It's time to dust off your favourite chair and sit in front of the big screen TV. Get a drink in your hand because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Your number one host, the Thunder from Down Under, a band on a quest to make money for beer. Sparring DK presents Relegation Regen Rebuild, PSG. Hello and welcome back to Relegation Regen Rebuild here with PSG, sitting in third position in the league, but we are currently concentrating there on the Europa League. Unfortunately, things haven't gone our way. We've got one game to go. We should qualify, but we're having to send the first team out, which means the reserves team is having to do the job here in the league with the simulations. Hopefully they will grow in stature. We'll see what we can do about pushing up the table. We've got all our eggs in that Europa basket at the moment, but I don't want to fully rely on that, so we'll see how we travel through this episode. We're into December. We will hit January in this one, so that transfer window will open up again. 1.14 million left on the deficit. We should hopefully be able to sell a player off for that amount of money, and then we've got some options to try and bring in some big players to really help bolster this team. Let's jump into this episode with a player upgrade. Right, today's player upgrade is for the Dutch central defensive midfielder in Jacobs. It comes from R.A. Kaiser. Thank you very much for your comment. 24 thumbs up at the time of recording. He's gone with the number 81, an untucked tight fit kit. Now, you asked for some neon yellow Messi energy boots. They weren't in my catalogue, but these Messi ones look pretty neon to me. Some grey ankle tape, turtle neck with an undershirt. I don't think we've seen that so far in this career mode. Orange left in yellow right boxing tape, and some tall or long or high socks. He's ready to go. Potential to be special, so you would hope that he is around the club for some time. Let's jump into this episode. Right, it's an away game here against Bordeaux. We send the reserves team out, and they unfortunately go down once again, 1-0. Right, time for some new training scenarios. Leave me some new comments down below for more training. Kerr21 wants Dammer train on long passing. Jim Zhao Whale would like Amaral train on goal free kicks. Racer Jake would like Peter Michaels train on some strength. Kareemzi Sufi React would like Amaral train on some speed. And the final one is from Anthony Wagner, who would like Valente train on long passing. Right, there are our training scenarios. We probably need to start concentrating on some of the reserves players. The first team will sort of be fine. I feel we need to work on the squad depth. So if you are considering training, maybe look at some of the players that are playing in the twos. Right, time to get into some gameplay. It is the final group game of the Europa League. We're taking on Sevilla. They sit in second position. If we can get a draw here, we definitely qualify for the knockouts, but we would like to finish this one off with a win. Let's get into this game and really play these boys into some form to carry us through to the knockout rounds. All right, ladies and gentlemen, game 6 of the Europa League. A draw here will guarantee us through. Possibly, I think, even top spot as long as we get a draw. We're taking on Sevilla. They sit in second, and hopefully we can get the job done. Amaral needs to find some touch. Arnaiz will be frothing at the bit to push these boys home. Let's get into this game. Got a run here from Ribeiro. De Cassell makes a push down the line. He does. Here we go, getting him on the overlap. Cassell will look inside for Amaral. That's it. Oh, that is the football we've been looking for. Amaral on the end of a Cassell pass. 7 minutes go by and it's PSG taking the lead and looking to book themselves here. Top spot to go through to the knockout stages. Well, with some lovely football. Ribeiro to Cassell inside. Amaral works his defender, gets in front and gets the finish to make it 1-0 to PSG. Oh, that's more like it, Amaral. We need you in those kind of positions. Use that body and use that neck. Get us the win. 1-0. Oh, hello! Sevilla instantly equalise. Oh, Weber, you're still a little bit suspect there. He got caught out. Olsen had to track back. Dammer not marking his man close enough. Ben Yedder gets the goal. Sevilla straight back into the game. 1-1. Don't look at him, Dammer. You're not trying to get his fucking autograph, mate. You got to hold him out. Don't have these kind of defensive lapses at the back. 1-1. Does well again, Cassell. Flicks it back inside. Who's he got this time? Oh, it was Olsen. Barbier. Pedro. Arnaiz has an opening. I'm not sure what that strike was. Arnaiz flips one out the back door. Olsen. Tries to retreat. Recovers. Pedro flips through. There is Arnaiz. Can he set something up here? Good footwork. Finds Barbier. Out wide. Here's Cassell. He'll look inside. The skipper. Arnaise can't flick one through. Barbier does get the touch. Finds Pedro, who goes hard. There's Amaral. Arnaise flips through. Pedro this time. Gets it, son. 2-1 PSG. And some well-worked football from PSG. Straight through the guts. Amaral Arnaise setting it up for Pedro to run through and get the finish. 41 minutes gone here in the first half, and PSG regain the lead. And we're working hard here for it. Amaral Arnaise, he's threaded the eye of a needle to find Pedro, and he gets the finish for us to make it 2-1. We're back in the box seat. Good from Ribeiro, and there is the halftime whistle. 2-1 to PSG. Without the ball from Ribeiro, Cassell gets the touch on Arnaise. Tries to flick one forward. He will get a touch now. Amaral on the burst. Let's go, Amaral. Oh, he's choked it like a chicken. And straight over the top. All right, let's make a couple of changes here. Pedro Jesus checks out for Lars de Vet. And on the wing, Olsen will check out for PC Mock. Oh, come on! Fucking hell, boys! The bubbles are bullshit. They equalise to make it 2-2. They have been pressuring us, but fuck me, just clear the thing. I mean, we're controlling the space, but in it comes. And Dama gets a touch on it, and it just falls straight to the attacker running through unmarked. And Vasquez punished it past Rossi. 2-2. Oh, Barbier. Oh, it was a brilliant tackle, ref. Fuck me. They get every free kick under the sun. You don't have to sneeze and they blow the whistle. Barbier. Amaral. Amaral. Play it off, son. Arnaise. De Vet. Pull the trigger. Ah! Right, here we go. Let's make the change. Cassell out for Max Schmitz. Can we find a goal? Arnaise. Plays one long. Schmitty to make a big run here. Schmitty does well. Gets around his man. Here's the delivery inside. Oh! Unlucky for De Vet. What a ball from Schmitz. Very lucky not to score. The two Dutchmen combining here. Oh, just wide. Unlucky. Well, there is the whistle. It is a draw. I'm pretty sure we'll finish top. But it has not been as easy as we'd think. 7 shots to 6. Both teams came out to play. And, well, we don't get the man of the match. Who the fuck? Oh, it's Pedro. He's on the bench with an 8.7. Right, the reserves roll out here against Lille at home for a 2-0 loss. Coupe de la Ligue, and it's the round of 16. The first team rolls out here against Strasbourg. Arnaise with a hat-trick, and it's a 4-1 victory. Scout reports are back from the Netherlands. We've still got Bakker 77-94 and Patrick Vandermeer 71-91 to monitor. We are here in England. We've got 3 players, and it is Isaac Hall 71-94, Cameron Davis 70-94, and Bradley Brown 76-94. We'll monitor all of these lads into the next report. We are in Peru, and Ivan Rivero 65-87 is still the pick of the crop. And we now have Strasbourg in the league, this time away from home. I'm sending the first team out against them, and they get a 3-0 victory. Right, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. Lars Hendricks is the final player sold, 1.75 million. That gets rid of the debt, and when that January window opens, we are free to go and sign anyone we like. I have got scouts out there looking for a lot of players, but I mean, the squad we do have is quite surreal how brilliant it is with potential to be special players. I would like to concentrate on them, but there's probably a few positions that we do need to bring in some backup plans here, especially for the reserves team. So we'll see what we can do here in January with a fair bit of cash to spend. Youth player wants out in Quan Yi. Right, Quan Yi is the 5'5" centre forward from China, 63 overall. I'm not sure he's really going to do anything for us playing up front with that kind of height. 18 years of age. And we don't really need to worry about bringing players in to offload for money. So, it's a tough one because we've got Yi Wang there as well, but he is a little bit lower. I don't know, do we want Quan Yi or do we want Yi Wang? It's a tough one to consider. I've got a lot of centre forwards here that just aren't doing anything for us. We need strikers to come into this academy because we've only really got one. I don't know. There's not really much you can do with a 5'5" centre forward. I'm going to release him. Right, Mikolas wants out of the academy as well now. They're all asking for contracts. Right, Mikolas, right back, physically strong from Greece. 6'2", 65 overall, 86 to 92 potential. And I think, yes, we will bring this lad in to the first team. Right, so there we go. Lars Hendricks has left the club as well as King. And that means we've got some money to spend. Let's go and have a look at what our transfer kitty is looking like. Right, so as it is season number 5 and we haven't spent any money, currently we have 419 million in the transfer budget, as well as 1.5 million in wages. Now, we've just paid off 100 million in debt. So what I want to do is go and buy some real rubbish player. I'm going to pay 150 million for him, and then I'm going to release him. So that was where we'll get rid of some of this money. Let's go and do that first and foremost and see what we've got left in the kitty. Right, so Shaft Brewer Jr., who's currently playing for Paris FC, I've just put in an offer for 200 million euro, which has been accepted. So let's get him over to the club. Right, so we've signed Shaft Brewer Jr. For 200 fucking million. And, yeah, thanks for nothing. Release. Oh, it's only going to cost us 780 grand as well to release the contract. Right, so that leaves us with still 218 million. I'm sure we can do some damage with that here in this transfer window. Maybe we look to bring back some of the players that have been sold off over the first 5 seasons. I'll have to wait and see what happens. Let's push through this transfer window. Right, so I'm just taking a look at some of our former players, and Siaka Cisse is up to an 86 overall. Left midfielder, it's going to cost us a fair bit of cash, but we've got it there, and I would like to bring this player back to the club. I mean, we do have a lot of left wingers with the potential to be special, but at 86 overall, he's definitely going to help us out. So let's see if we can get a deal done to bring Siaka Cisse back to the club. Right, so 90 million euro to bring Siaka Cisse back to the club. But you know what? At 86 overall and a former youth prospect of PSG, it's probably a good move. Let's see if we can get him into this first team. Right, so we get our man Cisse. He's actually right-footed. I'm going to play him on the right-hand side, even though it's not in there. But 3-star Ivorian. We've played him before, that is for sure. Probably need to work on his physical attributes a little bit in regards to his pace. But look at the skill of the lad. Dribbling, finishing, ball control, all at 99. Long passing, short passing is all very good and definitely helps us out. It means Olsen can come off the bench and be more of an X-Factor player. Let's see what else we can do. We've got about 100-odd million left. We probably need to bring in some more players. Right, Chevalier has been sold for 2.6 million. Not that this matters to the deficit anymore. We're just going to look to offload some of the squad that we don't need and concentrate on building this team for the future. Right, we're away from home here against Guingamp, or whatever they're called. Cisse making his return here. And we get a 2-2 draw. Right, it's the Coupe de la Ligue. I think this is the quarterfinals, but the reserve team have had to go out here. De Vic gets the penalty, and we go through 1-0. Right, we're away here against FC Lorient in the league with the first team. Arnaise with the penalty, Ribeiro with the goal, and it's a 2-1 victory. Right, the Belgian Verstraeten has been sold for 1.35 million. He's gone. And the final scout reports are back from the Netherlands. Alexander Bakker, Patrick Vandermeer, and Jaden Mulder has come through at 71 to 94. Let's get them all in to the academy. We are here in England. We've got Isaac Hall 70 to 90, hopefully a striker, and Bradley Brown 77 to 94. Looks like a centre back, right back. Let's get them both into the academy. And we are here in Peru at an Abeldeldo, whatever his fucking name is. He's not worth signing. He's got a really low overall, a really low evaluation, and I just don't think he's going to amount to anything, so we'll move on. Right, so we go to the comment section. Leave me some new countries down below. Probably going to be concentrating a lot more on the transfer window and regens and that, really bolstering this side, but you never know. We could get some more of those potential to be special players, so we'll continue to send out the scouts. The first one is from Bob Bobson to head to Poland for an attacker. Next up is Racer Jake, who would like us to go to Ecuador for any. And the final one is from Bug Freak. Sorry, mate. He wants a striker from the Ivory Coast. Let's go and look for some wingers. So we're looking for a pacey striker by the sounds of things. Back to the Ivory Coast. Right, another player I would like to bring back to the club. We do need some more midfielders. Is Thierry Camara. 76 overall at Frosinone. Not going to cost us too much, so we should be able to get the deal done. Let's see if we can get him back here to PSG. Right, we get our man back in Camara, 76 overall, so some extra squad depth there for the midfield. It means De Vic drops out of the first team and he'll go into the reserves, but definitely someone, you know, did some work for us in the past, and nice to have him back in the squad. Right, so Kamara straight back in, and this is the reserves team. We've got Nicholas in at left back with the sale of Hendricks. He's a right back, but he can play there as well. And Kamara back, gets 2 goals, and it's a 2-1 victory. Right, away here against Lille, the first team rolls out. It's a 1-1 draw, but Schulter's picked himself up in injury. Lacazette playing for Lille alongside Neymar. Right, we get a transfer offer in for our reserves keeper in Boundary for 18.3 million. I'm not really willing to let him go. We do need that backup plan. And the injury to Schulter is just a pulled groin, 7-day recovery. Right, we've got a left back here in Aurelien Bellagou, I don't know. He's French, he's got a 5-star weak foot, high defensive work rates, and some amazing physical stats. I don't think he was one of ours, but let's go in and see if we can bring him in. We definitely need a reserves left back now that Hendricks has left. Right, a $12 million deal, or euro. Let's see if we can get him across to PSG. Right, we get our man Bellagou. And my word, he's got some decent physicals coming along here. Still only 19 years of age, can play left midfield as well. And definitely goes to a good spot to help out our reserve team. Just sorry there, maybe I'll bring back one of our right backs, not too sure. We'll see how we manoeuvre through the next few games. Right, so semi-finals of the Coupe de la Ligue. And we'll see what we can do here. Both teams scoring in the 8th minute. But unfortunately, it's a loss and we're out of the competition. Bellagou, whatever. I'll have to work out how to say his name. Gets the debut though. Right, there's a transfer offer in here for Weber from Freiburg. 78 overall right back. I mean, he does bits and pieces, but sometimes he can be a liability. If we can get a decent amount of money for him, we can always go and buy a new right back. So I'm going to send a delegation for this one. I'm not going to let him go for under his value. Right, so home game here against Bordeaux with the first team rolling out, and we get a loss, 1-0. Jeez, boys. First team rolls out here away from home against Rennes, and we get the victory, 1-0. Amaro with the goal. Right, Freiburg are happy with 17 million. It's transfer deadline day. Eric Weber, I'm going to accept this offer and see if they can agree terms. Right, Coudet has been sold for 1.15 million. And the deal for Weber does go through, 17 million, 14.5 million into our kitty. It means that we need to go and get a new right back. Right, Alessandro Bronco has been playing at Man City, 76 overall. And we're going to have to spend some coin here on transfer deadline day to get him back to the club. Right, so Alessandro Bronco, welcome back to the club. Needs some physical stuff about him, but defensively, he is sound. 82 heading accuracy, good marking, good slide tackle, good stand tackle. And, you know, he'll just slot in there quite nicely. We can work on him now for the future. Right, transfer deadline day is done. We've brought back a couple of players. We'll cover some more of that towards the end of the episode. Let's have a look at our current youth academy. Vanska 77 to 85, not going to be a good enough for me. Release, we only want real high quality players. Baka isn't going to get high enough. Release him. Mikubas, a left back, 81 to 87 potential. We may need a left back. I'll hold him for now. Yi Wang, 83 to 89. Won't make the cut. Release. Luke Bernard, the backup goalkeeper here, 85 to 91. We'll hold on to. Kingsley Law, 62 overall centre midfielder, 86 to 94 potential. Looking the goods. You know what? I'm going to offer him a contract. Welcome to the senior team. Diagana, another left back there, is 87 to 93. So, geez, where do we head with the left back varieties? Mulder, 72 to 94, a right back. We'll see how he develops. Pereira is also a left back, another Brazilian. Looks okay. So we've got a few options there. Cordoba, 83 to 94. The Peruvian left midfielder. He's 18 years of age. He's a playmaker. Why do we keep getting these playmaker wingers? We'll see what happens there. Bradley Brown, the centre back, 6'3", 60 overall, 83 to 94 potential. Looks all right. Patrick Vandermeer, the right back, 75 to 89 defensive minded, not good enough. And Isaac Hall is a striker, so we'll hold him here in the academy. 58 overall, 74 to 90 potential. Right, a little bit of a shake-up, but the reserves will go out here against Dijon at home. Come on, boys, it's a 1-0 loss. Right, so the knockout rounds have been drawn, and the round of 32 looks like this. Basel and Southampton, Ajax and Sporting Portugal, Fiorentina and Mönchengladbach, Galatasaray versus Benfica. Chelsea have Valencia, Nice have Villarreal, Inter with Strasbourg, Sevilla have got Red Bull Salzburg. BSC Young Boys versus Stade Rennes, Guimarães and Anderlecht. We've got RC Celta, Hertha BSC versus Dynamo, Bayern and Spurs, there's a big game. Celtic and Red Bull Leipzig. Moscow, Porto, Frankfurt and Napoli. So Bayern have dropped down from the Champions League. So there's some big teams involved, but luckily enough, we've just got Chelsea. We should be able to get over to the top of them. Let's get into these knockout rounds of the Europa League. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get some more gameplay. It'll probably be the final game of this episode. A lot of transfer stuff and managerial tasks to take care of, but we'll get the first leg of this one done. Cisse in on the right-hand side, Bronco as well, and some of the other recruits have come back and they will start on the bench here today. Let's get into this game against RC Chelsea. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the round of 32. It's the knockouts, and the way we've been going in the league, eggs are starting to fall into the Europa League basket. We're going to have to push here very, very deep if we're looking for Champions League next season. We've made some big moves in the transfer window. That debt finally paid off, and hopefully some of these fresh recruits can have a little bit of more, invigoration. Alessandro Bronco has rejoined us from Manchester City for 14.8 million after the sale of Weber, who's been a little bit suspect. Bronco was not too shabby from memory. Hopefully he can have a decent defensive impact here today. And we've also, of course, got Cisse. So let's get into this game against RC Chelsea. Welcome back, son. There's the delivery inside for Arnaez, who can't beat Dragowski. Good from Bronco, straight in defensively. Amarel fires one forward. Cisse makes the run. Here he is, Cisse. Oh, just destroyed. Back door, and a good save from Rossi. Corner now for the Spanish side. Pedro. Barbier. Back inside. Arnaez. Plays it off. Amarel flicks on. Pedro. Oh, it took a deflection. Dragowski gets a simple save. Pedro holding his face. Here's Arnaez. Usually pretty good with the ball. Flips one through for Cisse. Cut back, does well. Cisse plays it in. Amarel. Oh, great save, Dragowski. Corner now for PSG. Cisse flicks one through, finds Arnaez. Arnaez will lay off. Pedro in the box, needs to do something with it. Oh, it's just passing game not quite there today for PSG. Well, there's a half-time whistle. Chelsea have been coming at us hammer and tong. We've held the line and it's 0-0. Oh, they played one through here. Schulte. Oh, off the crossbar. And they've got themselves a 1-0 lead. Straight out after half-time, and RC Chelsea had themselves a goal through Toko Akambi. Well, not the start we're looking for here in the knockout rounds. An away goal here would be handy. Just pushed past our defensive line here. Schulte got caught in his own feet and then couldn't get back quick enough to really put enough pressure on the attacker. And that makes it 1-0. Quick touch on from Pedro. Here's Arnaez, the skipper. Lays it inside. Pedro Jesus. Oh, what a save, Dragowski. All right, here we go. Cisse checked out for PC Mock. Cassell checked out for George Olsen. It will be Pedro Jesus checking out for Kamara. Lays it forward. Kamara lays one through. Amarel will wait for this run here from Arnaez. The skipper pushes forward. Oh, just absolutely ruined. Oh, ref. Just drives his way forward. And Kamara shoots and works Dragowski. Mock plays it back across. Olsen has missed. Good from Ribeiro. Barbier fires one forward. George Olsen, fresh legs, pushes forward. Oh, ref! Fucking pay something, you maggot! Fuck me! Come on, George. Well, good save from Rossi, but I think the referees are having a little bit to do with this game. Emerald gets the touch and the clear away, and it's looking like it will be a 1-0 lead to go into the second leg. There is the whistle. A lot of work to do on the home deck for PSG to continue in this competition. Well, 8 shots apiece, but they control possession, and we just could not get anything from the refs. And the player of the match is Toko Akambi there on the left-hand side. Not good enough, boys. Well, the boys are away from home here against Olympique Marseille for a 2-1 loss. Right, so let's have a look at how the squad is looking after the transfer window. Boundaries an 80, he's up 5. Rossi 86, up 2. Sorrow 67, up 3. Bronco 76, we've just brought in. Michaelis is a 65, is an exciting prospect. Schulter 77, up 2. Damas 76, up 1. Assen 66, up 3. Diaby 68, up 4. Oscar Allen 73, up 7. Cesar Valente 73, up 2. Bellajus is 74, he's an exciting prospect. Ribeiro 79, up 3. Jacob 64, up 2. Barbier 79, up 4. Michael 71, up 3. Mock 77, up 6. Thierry Kamara 76 overall that we've just brought back. We won't know his potential. I think he was only showing great potential, but a decent handy little midfielder there for us. Tigmaui is 70, up 3. Kingsley Lowell we've brought in, has a potential to be special. What's he got? 5-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, and a hot prospect there for the future. Pedro Jesus 79, up 2. Siaka Cisse, of course, a potential to be special, 86 overall. Last of it, 71 up 4. Clark 70 up 3. Ender McDonald 69 up 2. Arnaise 87 up 2. Telvella 69 up 4. Debogo 75 up 4. Amaral 78 up 2. Olsen's is 77 up 4. Schmidt 71 up 5. Cassell 82 up 3. Right, Siaka Cisse, welcome back to the club. It's time for a player upgrade. If you want to make any changes to his number, his kit, let me know in the comments section and we'll get him done in a future episode. Good luck. Right, so what I also want to know in this episode is what other players would you look to bring back to the club, if any? Obviously, you need to go out and have a look at what other regens are floating around for next season. But, you know, if there's players here that you feel should be brought back to the club, do let me know. Let's have a quick look at how they're travelling. Hans Nadudu is, of course, a free agent with a great name. Karishi's a 64. Jose Sullivan, 65. There are a few lads here that I am scouting away, like this lad here in Lefebvre. 65 overall left back. Connor Brennan, a 65 overall. Pasquier is up to a 66 there at Notts County. Sandoval's at a 66. Mike Mulder is 66. Jordan Davies 66. Kingsley Bracken is a lad that I've been keeping an eye on here. He is a free agent. Evan Fraser 67. Boubacar Traore is a 67. Dewey Tian is up to a 67. Nezovic, Croatian there. Looks okay for a centre midfielder, 67. Garcia's a 67. Porfiro Jardim is just a goalkeeper I'm keeping an eye on in case we needed to go in there. He's a free agent, of course. Marcos de Silva's up to a 68. Jose Vidal is a 68. Koulibaly a 68. Blondieu a 68. Patrice Cisse is a 68. We've only just sold him off. Chakwana is an English right back that I was having a look at. Got some decent physicals about him there at 6'2". Edward Dehan is a 68. Michael Holden a 68. Brian Sullivan 69. Vano's up to a 69. Vlasic is up to a 69. John Heerkens is not one of ours. I'm pretty sure he's a regen from the Netherlands, 69. Yannick Rousset 69. Dominic Harris is a 69. Cloutier is 70. Daniel Olsen's is 70. Charpentier is a 70. Flavio Carvajal, the Argentinian centre midfielder, is a 70. Idris Amara up to a 70. Moretti, a 70. Daniel Menzies is 70. This lad here is Cristian Enzo da Silva Sanvezo. Great name. 5-star weak foot. A right back option from Brazil. The Serbian here, left back. 70 overall. Looks okay. Bustos is a 71. Gulmeri Alves is 71. Pierre Park is a 71. Paleri, a 71 central defensive midfielder from Italy. Looks all right. Innocent Diaby's up to a 71. Sheikh Kamara a 71. Orellana a 71. Pierre Gauthier is up to a 72. Fenlin a 72. Tremblay a 72. Fofana there is up to a 72. Looks all right. Polino 72. Bobby Dellum, a goalkeeper there from France, a 72. Polomat is a French striker I've been keeping an eye on, 73 overall, looks pretty decent. Salamakers, Belgian, centre-back, looks alright as well. Grasso's a 73, Leconte's up to a 73. Bequero, 73, a Spanish cam centre midfielder, looks alright. Conceição's at a 73, Pereira a 73. We've got Eduardo Antonio Mutohek, a central defensive midfielder from Brazil, 74 overall. Looks all right. Jintak Shin's up to a 74. Hanabusa up to a 74. Rishi, the goalkeeper, is up to a 74. Lucero, a 74. Tavares, 74. Serge Bamba's a 74. Hao Gao, the right back, up to a 74. Haber, a 74, the Canadian left back. Henriquez is at a 75 now. Looks like he's coming along nicely. Paul Varney is a goalkeeper. Might be the Buffon regen, not too sure. 75. Yves Diaby up to a 75. Mendoza's at a 76. I'm pretty sure this is the Ibrahimovic regen at 77. It's got some pace, but I mean, 3-star, 3-star with low work rates. Maybe we can work with it. Yannick Belay up to a 77. There's a centre-back here in Chris Antonio Ramalho Silva, 77 overall. Looks pretty decent. Vincent Galano is up to a 78. Cedric Villay is at a 78. And another Italian goalkeeper here. This one could be the Buffon regen. I'm not too sure. 79 overall with a 5-star weak foot. Not too shabby. And Belkua is at a 79. So just let me know if there's any lads there that you think should be brought in next season. We'll obviously look for some new regens as well. But some pretty decent business there in January, I reckon. Right, so taking a look at the league, Olympique Lyon there with 51 points are doing a lot of work. Lille and Monaco, Nice, Paris FC, we gave them a shitload of money, so who knows what they did with that. But unfortunately, we sit down in 15th position. The reserves just aren't quite piecing enough points together. So the Europa League at this stage is our only avenue to the Champions League. But we're going to have to keep an eye here on League One as well. I'm not too concerned with these simulated seasons. You know, I'll be happy to do another 1 or 2 before we do get Champions League. Just will give these young players a bit of a chance to develop into those potential to be special players, and will really be some shit hot team. But for now, we're going to have a red hot crack at the Europa, see what happens. We're 1-0 down on aggregate. We'll have the next game for you in the next episode. We will see you then. I'm Sparring DK. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and you have a good one. This video is powered by Neurotech and their product Clarity. Now you can jump over to their website now, use the discount code DK10 for 10% off your next purchase. And I highly recommend this product. I use it every single day. It increases your energy, your focus, while reducing fatigue and stress. If you want to know how I get out all these videos and keep that work going, this is the product for you. So go and check it out. All the information that you need is on that website. And if you feel like making a purchase, chuck in at that discount code for 10% off. Now, if you are looking for more fresh content to check out, you can click one of these 2 videos. If you feel like subscribing, well, there's a button right there. Make sure you put on that notifications bell, and we'll see you next time.